Hey you guys. So we're gonna start off a little low, okay, because we do have breaking news. It's gonna be hashtag Shaquella Robinson. I know Danny put up a link. If you guys can go over there and sign it, I'll put that up later. But let's get into what happened and then we'll talk right after that, okay?
Quilla, can you at least fight back? At least something? At least fight back, something?
Get up, bro! Get up! I'm shit.
Quilla, can you at least fight back? At least something? At least fight back, something?
Get up, bro! Get up! I'm shit.
Okay, the images and video you just saw is of Shaquella Robinson. I'm gonna play the second clip. 1 second.
Fun long weekend for 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson and her group of friends who went to Cabo to celebrate one of their birthdays.
She told me they had a chef. They was getting ready to eat. They was eating tacos, something, salad or something they was eating. And I said, well, okay, I love you. Have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And I never talked to my child again, and she never made it back home.
Robinson's mom, Salamandra, says within 24 hours of her daughter's arrival, she was dead. Figuring out how or why has only added to the family's nightmare. It started with a frantic call from Robinson's friends.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poisoning. They couldn't get a pulse. Each one of the people that was there with her was telling different stories.
It's when the family made calls to the FBI and Mexican authorities that they learned of another potential cause of death.
And the autopsy came back. They said it didn't have anything to do with alcohol. Said that she had a broken neck, and her spine in the back was cracked. She had been beaten.
Salamandra says the entire group came back from Mexico, leaving her daughter's body there. Nearly 2 weeks and $6,000 later, her body is back home. But answers have been hard to come by.
You know, I know that's not going to bring my child back, but I want something done about it.
Queen City News has spoken with officials at the U.S. State Department in Mexico who refute the claim that Robinson was murdered, saying the police's initial indication is that there was no clear evidence of foul play. Here in Charlotte, her family refuses to believe their daughter's death was an accident, and they vow to find the truth of what happened that night in Cabo.
No one told the same story, so I never believed them anyway.
Queen City News obtained Robinson's death certificate, which lists a cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae. In the section where police could have noted any sign of intoxication, it says, person found unconscious on her living room.
And they didn't call us to the very last minute. And then on top of that, they said the maid found them.
The group stayed here at Villa Linda 32, a property listed on CaboVillas.com. A rep with the company says the group called the concierge for help Saturday afternoon. The concierge called a doctor who gave CPR. Robinson died at 3 p.m., an estimated 15 minutes after her injury. We obtained a list of 7 guests who signed into the villa.
Now let me tell you something. As a mom, I couldn't imagine. This is like a mother's worst nightmare. That's first off. Second off, I don't understand how everybody made it home, but tried to say that she was showing signs of being overly intoxicated. First off, the signs of being overly intoxicated means that you should have been got help. Nobody brought up the fight until I guess this came out. I don't even know. First off, let me tell you something. Because till this day, the Kanika Jenkins story still hurts my heart. Like, I don't even like talking about it. But it seems like in this generation, y'all are going out with people that's really not your friends, and they really just despise you or have low-key jealousy of you. There's nothing that you can go to Cabo for and get this angry about, in my opinion. I don't feel like there's anything you can get that upset about and you're in Cabo. Like, whatever we got a problem about, it could not possibly be that serious. Okay. Now, It says North Carolina woman 25 found dead during French trip in Mexico is seen beaten by one of a group in their villa. So if y'all watch that video, you can see that she's not even fighting back. So I don't know where you from, but where I'm from, you don't get brownie points by fighting somebody who's not fighting you back. Like, I don't know in what world people are living in where this is okay, or where a guy is actually recording this. Like, do you not understand? A man is recording talking about fight back, fight back. How about you say break it up? We spent too much money to be getting locked up out here over nonsense. How about you put down the phone and say it's really not that serious? Like, what did you catch for this? For this to have ended like this, nothing qualifies at all. But my thing is, like, did you walk in and was y'all couldn't have been having, intercourse or anything, or cheating on your man or nothing, because clearly y'all, they said she didn't have clothes on, but everybody else seemed to have had clothes on. I'm confused. I don't understand that. So that's one thing that threw me off. But it's justice for her. Hashtag so we can figure out what's going on. Her parents were on the news and everything like that. Some of the conspiracy theorists have came up and said how they feel about it. One thing with me with stuff like this, my heart can't take it, because I couldn't imagine my child leaving to go have fun and not making it home, but everybody else home and can't nobody answer no questions. You can clearly hear the mother saying, I didn't believe them because they couldn't keep their story straight. Isn't that the same thing that happened with Kanika? Oh, somebody said she was downstairs. Somebody said she was upstairs. Somebody said she was in the next room. And all of a sudden she did too. So all of this stuff, I don't know if it's energy moving throughout the atmosphere or what, but I honestly, y'all, I can't even understand how people could be so evil. It's one thing not to like a person. It's one thing to disagree and fall out with somebody about something, but it's a whole different thing when people are losing their lives and not making it home back to their family. It can never be that serious for me. Like, just say you're not my friend and you don't like me, because if I had a problem where I felt like I needed to fight you like that, then we shouldn't even be on a trip together at all. And that's just how I feel about that situation. Y'all know I can't spend too much time on stuff like that, because baby, I'd be up here ready to fight all of them. They said that they are putting out these people information. I can't say if it's wrong or right, but what I can say is Karma got a funny way of working, and was a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. And sometimes people be really despising you low key. People really don't be liking you, but to sit right in your face and act like they was your day one and be the first one to stab you in your back. And I really want our generation to understand that we live in a world where people are liking you based off of likes and clicks and views, and not really liking you for who you are, the actual person that you are. And that's something that I want y'all to start paying attention to. A lot of people like you and want to be friends with you these days based off of your social media presence, off your popularity, but not actually the person that you are. And as sickening as it is true. I'm sending condolences to the family, and I hope that she get justice. Cause I'd be out here ready to whoop all y'all ass and be riding around looking for all of y'all. So let's move on. Let's move on before I get to talking, child. The next thing I want to bring up, I want to play this clip real quick. I want to get into Nicki. I know a lot of people don't like Nicki Minaj. I really don't care if you like her or not. I feel as far as when it comes to Nicki Minaj, a lot of people don't want to give her flowers while she's here. And I think that this video clip says it all. Even though I don't like Charlemagne because he still can confess to what he did.
Yeah, kind of somebody.
I'm not ready for you to talk. Shut up. Even though he can't even though he can't confess to the things that he has done, I do agree with his sentiments. Let's press play.
With 100 million records worldwide. Yeah, clowning somebody for selling somebody that sold 100 million records worldwide. Who cares? Like, bro, stop. Okay,
I'm with you.
Nicki Minaj gonna still wake up Nicki Minaj this morning with or without a Grammy nomination.
Yeah, I'm confused how they do it though, because she had the record with Lil Baby that was #1 record. She had another record that was, I think, a top 5 record, and then Super Freak was a #1 record. So
I have no idea.
Confused.
I've been confused about the Grammys for a long time.
All right. Well, front page news next. What we talking about?
Yeah, and clowning somebody for selling somebody that sold 100 million records worldwide. Who cares? Like, bro, stop.
Thank you, Charlotte McGay. I feel like Nicki has been, I think, managing herself lately, and I think she has been doing a hell of a job. Nicki has came out with records that's still sitting on the charts to this day, and we going into going into December soon, and Nicki has been on top of the charts back to back to back to back to back, and people are sitting up here clowning her. Let me say this. All of this, we equal. I'm gonna say this like I said to my husband last night. The truth is, if you really want to talk about it, y'all ain't equal. And I don't care who don't like it. Lotto, all these new people coming out. You not her equal. You not on her level. And I'm tired of it. Y'all are a soft generation. I'm going to stick to what I was saying. I don't care how you feel about it. Y'all are not on Nicki Minaj's level. Y'all have not put in enough work. You have not written with enough pens and ran out of ink for enough raps to sit up here and keep trying to equalize yourself to a Nicki Minaj. She tried to work with y'all. She tried to be nice. She can't come out and say nothing because y'all gonna be whining all over social media talking about, oh, the old lady trying to come for me. Oh my God, the old lady. Don't nobody want to hear it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the real people, the real voices being muted and muffled. We don't want to hear it. Nicki has been out for a long periodically time, and she has been putting out work after work after work, and y'all be the main ones hating, just like Armon Wiggins. Yes, I said it. He be doing it for views, but he be hating on her too. But he was, let's be clear, he was singing her song. He was singing her song when she said, Senorita, Senorita. So, I mean, whether we like people or not, we got to admit that Nicki got bars. How her personality is to certain people that don't agree with it, it's okay. I get it. We ain't all going to agree. You know what I'm saying? But I think as far as giving her actual props for the stuff that she has contributed to this industry, I think that, give her props and keep it moving. Ain't none of these girls on her level, but at the same time, it's not like you can't get there. And I think that's the problem. We to put people on the same level as others and literally just accept them for who they are. They'll get there one day. It just ain't today. Okay. Now, Nicki has released her anthem song, which will be on the FIFA World Cup. That's huge. Let me go ahead and like that. So congratulations to Nicki. We're gonna move right along because let me be honest, y'all know I'm more of deep conversations these days. I really don't. When it comes to social media now, it irritates me a little bit because I'm not deep into these people's lives, and I see a lot of people are. And if that's what you coming here for, baby, I can't help you. Okay, because right now we is in the spiritual battle, and we is getting our head snatched out because a lot of people don't even realize we at war. Okay, moving right along. Hold on, let me find it. Now I want to play this from Kyrie Irving. 1 second. She said, yeah, period. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody in the chat. Love you, boos. My real people still here.
I take my responsibility for posting that. Some things that were questionable in there, untrue. Like I said, and the first time you guys asked me when I was sitting on that stage, I don't believe everything that everybody posts. It's a documentary. So I take my
Now, I will be pausing in and out because y'all know these people love to copyright us for playing anything that they got to say. Hello, goddess. Hey, pretties in the chat. Hey, boo. Hey, Brian. Hey, everybody. Hey, happy Libra. Hey, Jackson. Hey, the hell with you. Hey, Andrea. What's up? Hey, Mandisa. Hey, girl. Hey everybody, so thank you for being here. I'm really trying to keep going live more often. That's on my to-do list for me to go live more often. So that's what I'm doing, child. Now, the video you watch it is of Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving stated many times that he is not anti-Semitic. I think that we're getting to a point where they want our people to get down, squander, fumble, squabble, and cry for forgiveness for people that do not forgive us, won't forgive us for something that we never ever did. Everything has been done to us. You know, I would never understand that. I would never understand how people came over here, took our people land, you know, off us, you know, did things to our kids, you know, broke our men in our faces to keep us not wanting them or feeling away for watching them get embarrassed publicly. Shaq, I just want to personally say fuck you. Who else? Charles Barkley. I like to formally say fuck you too. Oh, look at that. I ain't cursed in 17 whole minutes. Go me. Okay. I just want to say formally to all of you high-paid slaves, fuck you. I don't like weak ass people. I don't like weak-minded people. I think all of y'all could go to fuck the hell. I think that y'all are a bunch of high-paid I was about to say house slave. But yeah, I said what I said. I don't like the fact that y'all get up here and y'all perform in front of these people and they tell you what to say. And Shaq, how does it feel? Let me go to my Twitter real quick because I want to show y'all something. And then it won't be Shaq's feet this time. But I would like to you know, what has been said about Shaq? Because Shaq, the same people that, you know, you call Kyrie Irving stupid and a fool and all of that, but it was played at your theater. So why haven't we heard any responses back from you, sir? I would like to know. I would like a actual statement. We don't want to hear you, oh, I didn't hear about it over there. I didn't hear about it because I don't even be on the internet like that. So I can't respond to nothing that I ain't seen. But I'm tired of this idiot. Why do we got to keep responding to an idiot? Well, guess what, Shaq? People have been taking pictures of you sitting with the Nation of Islam with your thumbs up, with them big ass nub thumbs you got. Yeah, they been over there reposting you, ho. Bring it really back in, goddess. Really back in. I was about to go there. They been reposting your big ass nubs over there talking about the thumbs up at that movie theater over there that you got over there in New Jersey. Yeah, they been putting you on Front Street. When I find the clip, I'm gonna play it. But let's finish listening to Kyrie. And Kyrie, don't you give in, and don't you give up. Don't you back down. Okay, you better. Don't you put down. Don't let them get you. You better stay how you been staying.
responsibility.
It seems like Adam sort of wanted to hear the word "I apologize," or in your mind, you said, "I didn't mean to cause any harm." Were you apologizing, or did you not apologize?
I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary.
What are the specific? And he said what he Hey, I'm not apologizing because I didn't put up the production. I didn't go look up all this information. Well, he said he did research now. He know who he is. But he said he ain't had nothing to do with putting that production together. He ain't hired nobody. He ain't get up here and hire camera crew or none of that. So he ain't got nothing to be apologizing for. Y'all keep sitting up here lying on this man talking about, oh, did you hear what Kyrie said? Well, let me know something I ain't heard yet. Cause the last time I recall, he ain't do nothing but post the link.
Specific things in the government that you don't believe are true and that you don't believe represent your values?
I think some of the criticism of the Jewish faith and community.
First off, Karen, the next time you need to speak up. Don't over there whispering. See, that's how y'all try to get away with stuff these days. Speak up, girl. Y'all keep putting cameras and mics, throwing them all up in his face, in his personal space. Won't you get up here and speak like y'all been speaking? Talking about anti-Semitic. I ain't get a cash app yet. Y'all are being anti-Semitic. I ain't motherfucking seen no likes around here. Anti-Semitic. We just all gonna use it. Fuck it. At this point, since can't nobody really explain what it is, but love to say Kyrie anti-Semitic, even though he keeps saying, I'm not anti-Semitic. I know who I am. I'm of Islam. I ain't converted. Oh. So we all anti-Semitic. You ain't like this video? Did you like this video? You're fucking anti-Semitic. Yeah. Did you send me a cash? Let me check. Cash app, no cash app. You're anti-Semitic. See, we can all play this game around here. We can all play this game.
For sure. Some points made in there that were unfortunate.
Kyrie, are you surprised that you did hurt people?
Surprised that I did hurt people?
Are you surprised that reaction?
No, he ain't surprised he ain't hurt no people because we ain't seen no people hurt. We ain't seen nobody get up here crying and falling over and rolling on the ground talking about, oh my God, Kyrie said something that was anti-Semitic. We ain't seen one white motherfucker yet get up here and was rolling on the ground talking about, oh, they did this to me. Oh, God. Oh, Kyrie sent the link. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he posted a link to Twitter. Oh, we ain't seen that. Please let me know when you seen it. Because I ain't seen a white motherfucker yet get up here talking about, oh my God, Kyrie, my feelings are hurt. Oh, my heart. Oh, I had 6 seizures yesterday because Kyrie posted a link and it's anti-Semitic. It's anti-Semitic. Bitch, please. Please show what people is really hurt. I would like the motherfucker see. That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. We ain't seen it, but okay.
And some of the things that you did.
What did he do?
Yeah, I think I can ask a better question. It's just, where were you when I was a kid figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America?
Yeah!
Where were you guys asking those same questions?
Yeah, where the fuck was you at? Yeah, I feel like that too. Where the fuck was you? Huh? Where was you when they was over there making mounds because y'all was killing us by the motherfucking thousands, huh? Where was you? Where was you when our ancestors had to keep burying people by the thousands? We would like to know. We ain't seen nobody yet get up here and say, you know what, we are so sorry we came over here, took your land, scalped your kids, scalped your parents, made you forget your language, said we was going to cut your tongues out. Yes, we are so sorry for hanging y'all on trees. We are so sorry that she had to get up here and sing Strange Fruit because every time she left out her house, she had to look at somebody, one of her people, hanging from trees. I ain't heard nobody get up here and say a motherfucking thing yet. I ain't heard not 18 apologies yet. One. Yeah, nah. We don't want to hear it.
When I was a kid learning about the traumatic events of my familial history and what I'm proud and why I'm proud to stand here and why when I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm just proud of my heritage and what we've been through. And the fact that this has pinned me
as he should be. You know, I'm tired of y'all wanting us to feel like we the motherfuckers who wrong. Can you please point me in the direction of the people who was out here killing y'all people by the dozens? Do y'all really want to get into it? Do you Ashkenazis really want to get into it? Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. All 12 y'all. Because the last time I checked, we ain't do that to y'all. We didn't we ain't had no parts in no Holocaust. Talk about it. Can you point out the black people that was over there? It's on my Twitter. Yeah, they said that y'all was over there telling them that they can't even reproduce. Y'all was over there castrating them. Y'all was calling them demon seeds and didn't even want to have them known to be around that it was any black people over there. You know, just like y'all didn't want to tell people that Michael Martin Luther King is Irish. Let's talk about it. See, y'all think that it's only regular black people. They use black people to convert you into thinking that black people are all just black. No, when these people go back to their regular places or state of where they came from, they are Irish, they are Africans, they are from all different places. And then when they come over here, they say, I'm black, I'm white. Yeah, they're Russian, they're Ukrainian, they're all types of other races. And then when they come here, they white. And that's why y'all be confused. See, y'all didn't think that it was an Irish nigga named Michael over here talking about reparations. First off, he couldn't have got you reparations because this ain't in his damn land. But that's a discussion for another day. Yeah, talk about it.
against the Jewish community. And I'm here answering questions of whether or not I'm sorry or not on something I didn't create. And it was something I shared. And I want everybody I'm taking responsibility. And that's where I sit. So, you know, these same questions that you guys ask, me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world and dealing with racial biases against my skin color, demeaning me because of my religious beliefs, and I'm still sitting in the seat standing.
Did you notice he didn't say black?
So I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it for posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class, and I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day. So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with.
You know the crazy part about that? Y'all really don't want to compare atrocities. You want to know why? Because the only people still going through what they going through over here is us. The only people that still, you know, I watched a documentary the other day, and this lady named Karen Pasty Pace was up here, and she was laughing about the fact that she came on over here to America and didn't have a job or a dime to her name, but she went to the bank, and guess what? She went down to the bank that owned slaves, you know, our people, our ancestors, and had them up for collateral if they did not meet certain protocols and payments. Yeah, Karen was laughing about the fact that she came over here with nothing, and she was awarded $100,000 for a house and had no way to even make payments on it because she ain't have a motherfucking job. Did you hear me? When I find that clip, I'm going to come back live and I'm going to play it for you. Because it's so funny to me how we can't get a job. I mean, we can't get a loan with 20 jobs. Okay, we can't get a good loan with 3 jobs with 2 hours of sleep. But she can come over here with nothing to her name, put white as her race, and get a $100,000 loan on one of those beautiful houses you drive past every day, and they tell you it's the American dream and that's what you should work towards. And she's not paying shit. Yeah.
Generations of time. I'm just here to continue to expose things that our world continues to put in darkness. I'm a light. I'm a beacon of light. That's what I'm here to do. You guys ask me questions about basketball, I give you my expert opinion. You guys ask me about other things, I give you my opinion, and it's met with whatever you believe the perception or the deception is. You guys investigate my life every day, and you justify it by serving your own purpose, which I honor. I would like the same respect in return. Figuring out just like anyone else. So please keep that same energy when we're talking about anti-other things.
Please keep that energy when they up here saying Black Lives Matter, but this black lady, so-called quote unquote, is up here paying off child support that's gonna go right back to her pockets. Please keep that same energy when they kill our people in the street by their own police officers with their cameras on and say that it was an accident, knowing damn well we just watched you murder somebody in cold blood. Please keep that same energy when we're sitting up here saying, hey, we're getting treated and discriminated on, and you continue to treat us like shit. Please keep that same energy. Side note, really quickly. Side note, because y'all know I love me some Ari Lennox. I listen to music that gives me a certain frequency. I listen to music that don't make me depressed. Okay, I like to listen to music that I can relate to. Not somebody talking about all the chains they got every 2 minutes and how many people they doing it to. Okay, Ari Lennox has announced that she is going on tour. 2023 American tour, and it's starting off in Las Vegas, and of course it's going to end in Washington D.C. because she's still living in the DMV area, period. Okay, sad to say though, when I found out this information when I found out this information, baby, Ari posted and said sold out. Oh, wait. March 28th sold out. She added a second show. Bitch, I need to get off of here. So, I ain't gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna stay for a second. But I will be in the midst of playing this stuff. I will be going to look at them tickets. So shout out to Ari Lennox. I love this album. I hate that real artists do not get the type of attention that they deserve. Real talent, real art to work. Like even in her video, the sequences of her video, it's just if y'all have not checked that out, go check that out. Ari Lennox. Girl, shout out to you. I'm just so proud of you. I know you're not on planes and stuff, so of course she gonna be riding through the United States, child. But I'm so proud of her. Don't forget to go support her, okay? Okay. Now let's get back to this real stuff because I want to play y'all this clip. I'm gonna go ahead and warn you now. If you're anti-Semitic, that word is like saying conspiracy theorist. Okay? We don't want to hear it. Clear. All right. Can't find the video. 1 second. Oh, 1 minute. Okay, here you go.
Opinion, I do think that.
Now, what I do want to say is everybody videos that I share on here, I will be putting their links in the description box below. You can go support them. You could go to their channels to check out the full videos. I also would like to say shout out to We Woke Now. I have been watching his videos on Overload. Okay, and I share his link to his channel as well on my community feed. So let's get into it, because if you don't know what anti-Semitic is, let me say this before I play this. Stop the music. Let me say this. If you see a problem with something and you do not research it, you are doing yourself a hazard, okay? You need to go research the stuff that people are talking about, because literally it's affecting every single one of us in this world. I know that I'm touching on topics that are not trendy. I'm touching on topics that people probably tired of hearing about. And honestly, I don't care, because I care about my people more than I care about who came out with what yesterday and who wearing whose shoes. Okay. Now I know people mad at Kanye, but you cannot refute the fact that he told y'all, and Kyrie just set a fire to the set fire to rain. But I'm gonna go ahead and play this. So pay attention and listen to the conversation. Okay.
That black people were the first people of the planet. So in turn, black people were the first.
That's different. That's different though, because then everybody is black. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really a good argument for me, because everybody came from misogynity, like 100%. It's proven scientifically. But then people, they move to different places. Like, of course, the first people were black. Like, if you go far enough, back enough, everyone's black. But like they moved, and the people from that region are different enough where they're from Israel, and that's not Africa. It's the Middle East. So like it's like a different.
I see what you're saying. The point what I'm saying is that Kyrie Irving, and what he was trying to do was he was trying to shed light on the information that we as black people should be more informed about our history and what happened in the past. In my opinion,
I think he just made a mistake.
I think so too.
Documentary.
Let me finish my point though. So I think Kyrie Irving, I do agree with you to an extent where he probably didn't do the homework and see if there's any anti-Semitic views, and I understand that. But I think there's a bigger issue at large here. I think that this is an opportunity for Kyrie Irving is a guy who's known to speak out against the norm, think outside the box, and he's a guy that is trying to shed light on the information. And one of those is the secret societies of America, the elites of the elites. I personally believe that there's secret societies in this world. And now this is a perfect guy to Kyrie Irving, a guy who's a good citizen, who's an outstanding human being, who does nothing but preach love and caring to one another. This is a perfect opportunity for them to diminish his image so that people will not listen to him anymore. Because he's a guy that thinks outside the box. He's a guy that doesn't think within the confines of what the social norms are. And this is a perfect opportunity where this is how strategic that they fucking work. What they're going to do is they're going to connect Kyrie Irving to something of extreme negative value, like anti-Semitism. And us as human beings are are visual creatures. So when we see Kyrie Irving and something in that negative light, in our unconscious mind are going to start viewing Kyrie and his name in a negative light. And that's what they're doing to Kyrie Irving. This is more about trying to diminish him and his image rather than what he was doing. It's easy to understand where he was coming from. You even understand where he was coming from. He did not come from a place of hate. He did not come from a place of harm. But what are they doing? They want to ruin this guy's image. Because of what? Because he is a guy who thinks outside the box, and he is a guy that goes against the norms and wants to shed light about the secret societies of America, secret societies of the world, and try to shed light about people who are spreading love and not stop trying to ostracize each other for opinions and things like that. I think I read an article about him giving water to some Pakistanians. Like, he's a great human being. And I think right now it's just a perfect opportunity for people to try to diminish his image.
Can I speak on this for a hot second? Please do. The brother that's a Jew, this is the type of conversation that needs to be had on a national level, because there's levels of ignorance that go out that people never get a chance to address. Because if one thing is said, the word anti-Semitic comes up, and that shuts everything down, because that's been portrayed as this such negative and vile and evil thing. The problem is, like, I'm listening to you, and you freely on here for the whole world to hear admit that you're Ashkenaz, right? So anybody that can process, anybody that can research, could go right and say, where did Ashkenazi Jews come from? And when they research it, they're going to find out that Ashkenaz did not come from Shem. They came from Japheth. There's 3 lines that you have to come from. You're coming from Ham, you're coming from Shem, or you're coming from Japheth. And you admitted you're an Ashkenazi Jew, which I believe. But you came from the line of Japheth. If you go back,
that's not relevant though. It's not even relevant. It's not relevant at all. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm Jewish or not. It's not relevant.
Hold on, bro. I listen to you. It is relevant because when you use a word like anti-Semitic, that is coming from being anti against the line of Shem.
Would you rather I say,
brother? Hold on, bro. I never cut you off.
No, I know. But I'm saying if I use the word anti-Semitism, would you rather say like anti-white Jew? Would you rather say that? Okay.
This is the stuff that happens. This is the ignorance that goes forth. When the truth starts to come out, it gets suppressed. This is what they're trying to do to Kyrie. They want to suppress this level of truth that's in that movie. I actually know the man personally. They wrote the books and did the movie. I know him personally. I've had him for years. But if you do any research yourself, you're admitting you're Ashkenaz, and I believe you. But when you look up, where did Ashkenazi Jews come from? What line are they from? They came from the seed of Japheth. So that does not make them Shemitic or Semitic. And that's where the problem comes. That's why he's saying, how can I be anti-Semitic when I know who I am? I am from the line of Shem. So how can I be against myself? That's what he's saying. And now Jews will say, like you just said, oh, that's irrelevant. That doesn't matter. Yes, it does, because now truth is being presented to the world. And Jews don't want that truth out there, because that word anti-Semitic would have zero power when they realize the people using it are not Semitic. They're not from Shem. You just admitted that. You can go to Genesis 10 and see that the Ashkenaz and the Sephardim, they came from Japheth. Now, you'd be better off saying I'm anti-Japheth, but that don't have the backing that anti-Semitic has. That is so negative. Once that's said, all conversations shut down. Everybody needs to be in this apology mode and counsel mode, and you need to be trained on how not to be sensitive and all that. It's just truth. But nobody wants to hear this truth. So then you ask yourself, why? Why is this truth being suppressed? Why is it being suppressed? Do you deny the fact that you come from the line of Japheth? Or do you know that you came from the line of Japheth? Do you know who Japheth is?
I'm telling you, that's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. It has nothing to do with genetics. It has nothing to do with real history. It's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant.
Did y'all hear what he just said? I'm sorry. Did y'all hear what he just said? He said it has nothing to do with real history. That's what he just said.
The Bible isn't real history. We know that. It's stories.
Where do you get, hold on, what does the word anti-Shemitic mean then, my friend? What does it mean?
A Semite is from, it's very easy.
Where does Semite come from?
Again, like, it's irrelevant.
It's a line of people.
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
The word comes from a line of people. Quote unquote, the chosen people.
Would you rather, okay. No, this is a serious question. What would you rather the term people use then? Because there is hatred against Ashkenazi people.
Hold on, bro.
100%.
Hold on, bro. I don't need a term. The proper term would probably be anti-Japheth, because that's the line you came from. You didn't come from Shem. But see,
that's fine then.
But here, hold on, bro.
But I'll take that. That's fine.
Japheth,
I don't believe that, but that's fine.
Hold on, bro. Japheth is not from the chosen line of people. Shem, that line is the chosen line of people. That's the chosen people of Yah. That's the chosen people of God. Hold on. You just said it. You just said it. I heard your words. The Bible is not real history.
It's not real.
But the anti-Semitic comes from the Bible.
No, it comes from a word that's in the Bible.
I got you. Okay. All right. So you use a Bible term to defend yourself as a people, but we don't believe in the Bible.
I'm not using the
I want people to understand. I want people to make sense of this.
I'm saying if you don't like the term anti-Semitic.
No, bro.
No. If you don't like it to refer to Jewish people, okay. I don't believe that, but
I'm Shemitic. I know I am. I know who I am. So I don't have a problem with it. The problem
but you do though, because you don't like the term. They didn't. The people who don't like Jews are not referring to you though. They're not referring to you. You know
they
that.
are because they're using my line. I'm from the Shemitic line.
They didn't kill 6 million of your people in the Holocaust. It didn't happen. It didn't happen, and you know that.
Let me ask you this: How many of my people you think got killed in the transatlantic slave trade?
Irrelevant. It's irrelevant. You're just doing whataboutism. It's irrelevant. They didn't kill you because of your race. They didn't kill you because of your race. They enslaved you, but not.
No problem.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
I think the people can see where the issue lies. When the real facts hit the table, the instant word from your mouth multiple times has been it's irrelevant.
You're talking about stuff that was invented in like the 1980s or 70s. It's like not real. It's not real.
It's not real. All right, my bro.
It's not real.
Cool. We can get back
I know you've done your like research, but it's not real, and we all know this. You just didn't have a Jewish person on to tell you that, and you probably never met a Jewish person. It's fine.
I do a lot more than research.
I didn't want to do an argument like this, like as I knew.
You cannot imply that something isn't real, but want to imply that it's real when it comes to the definition and term that you're using. That's why this conversation went nowhere, because you can't call something irrelevant when people are literally using it to attack somebody. If you're saying anti-Semitism is a real word with a definition, and they're using it to go at people who are losing jobs and money, and then when he brings up where the word comes from, and you say the Bible isn't real, well, if the Bible isn't real, which I know I don't believe in all of that stuff, okay? I'm just spiritual because there's too many games being played and I don't like it. So I'd rather not partake in it. But if you're going to say something is real, then that means in your world, the Bible is real as well. You can't have one without the other. That's not how this works, okay? And that's why your argument didn't go anywhere. And you can't call something irrelevant if people are losing real money, if people are losing real time off of work. That's not how it's either you want it to be real or you don't. It's either y'all are going to use words that come from the Bible and state that it comes from the Bible, where it comes from, and who the real people are, or you're going to keep nitpicking as to what you want people to look into because you're trying to hide something. And I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I feel like whatever's going on right now in this universe is leading us to who has been playing on y'all head top. Now, this is how I feel. For the people that are of Islam and call themselves Black Jews or however you name yourself, because I don't want to be disrespectful, I feel like y'all should make videos and short video clips to reach certain demographics, because I'm going to be real, y'all been making real long videos and people are getting confused. So I'm going to have a real nigga breakdown with y'all real quick. Hopefully you listen, okay, for a couple of minutes. This is how I see it. The Ashkenazi Jews are the European Jews, okay? They are Jewish. They are not actual Jews. This is from the research I done and what I have gathered, okay? The Ashkenazi Jews are the ones running the entertainment industry and have all the big pulls and plugs within entertainment, from movies to the music industry. And what they're doing is controlling a system and pretty much throwing dirt on Palestinian, I think it is. Well, damn, I ain't even started explaining it and 3 people left. Fuck y'all too. Anyway, for the real niggas that's paying attention, the Ashkenazi Jews are pretty much the ones waging war, silent war on us, and believe that we are not worthy of Islam from their book teachings, and pretty much are controlling Bitch, they left quick. I ain't appreciate that. Y'all ain't wanting a real nigga breakdown. Excuse the fuck out of me. They good at using the very thing that disproves their point. Exactly. So the Ashkenazi Jews are pretty much the European Jewish people. And what they did was came in with Judaism, right? So there are real Jews, but the real Jews are actually people that look like us. Okay. And what they're doing is trying to keep people from knowing that or preventing it from getting out, because what's going to happen is an unravel of a bunch of bullshit showing that the ones who are Jews, the Judaism, fake-ish, Jewish Ashkenazis are the ones really taking over, like in governmental stations across all lands, and they're fucking people over and taking their land away from them. So you wondering who took our land, and y'all pointing at it's the white man, it's the white man. No, it's the Ashkenazis. They over there in Palestine, y'all thinking they terrorists and stuff. They really over there fighting for their land back. So when it comes to media, it might not sound big, but even if you go look up right now about Kyrie Irving, they will make you think that he did something horribly wrong to people, and he really didn't. But because they control the media, they control your thinking. And when they control your thinking, they control how you feel about the world that you live in. So if they tell you that, oh, this person over here is evil, because we don't really know, because everything is so separated, we can't all keep up as one. But if you really look and do research right now, everybody is warring against these motherfuckers because they tired. From the farmlands, from them messing up people's farms and them not being able to, plant more food and stuff like that. They paying farmers off. They over here fighting in Palestine. They over here fucking us over, making all our beautiful black talented men bow down at the grace of money because their careers are on the line. So it's really bigger than what we think it is. And I really, y'all, if y'all don't listen to nothing else from me, I implore y'all to go really look into this stuff, even if you, because y'all know I'm not even religious, baby, because I done seen too many lies and too many games. Okay, so I'd rather just say I'm spiritual and keep it moving, because that way, when I do pass on, you ain't got to worry about me getting caught up in none of this devilish ass activity. But I'm going to let you hear from an actual Jew, and maybe he can explain it a little better than I did. And then I might do another live later, because I don't want to make these videos entirely too long. Because y'all know I get to talking, baby, and that'll be it. So let me pull this one up.
Yourself.
Okay. So I'm going to let him explain it. Once again, I am not anti-Semitic. Y'all do not got to take my video down. I do not plan on waging war against no group. I am not a hateful person, and we have to say this because it's YouTube, and YouTube is owned and controlled by Jews as well. Yeah. So here we go. This is an actual rabbi speaking, by the way.
You gotta unmute yourself. You know, gotta unmute. Hold on, everybody. Rabbi, you muted. You muted yourself. You gotta unmute yourself. We can't hear you. You gotta unmute yourself. All right, there you go.
This is I carry it around with me, so it's a little dog-eared. But this is a picture of David Ben-Gurion, the first Israeli prime minister, reading the Declaration of Independence in 1948, the year that Israel was created, in Independence Hall. Now, if you know, this is a Herzl, Theodor Herzl, the father of Zionism, and they're all sitting here. I don't think there's one person who has his head covered. Now imagine making a Muslim state or a Christian state. You will see in the Christian state priests and popes, right? You'll see a Muslim state, you'll see imams, ayatollahs, something you'll see representing sheikhs. Here, you're seeing a supposed Jewish state returning to God, the prophets, and all the other holiness of the King David and all these things. You won't look at this. Well, Theodore Herzl looks like he has a beard, but it's like a beard like a goat's beard because he wasn't religious. In fact, he was totally against God. He said that he wrote in his own diaries on page 14. He wrote that they will gather together and he wrote in his diary that they should gather together and make a celebration. Here we have. I carry I have a lot of it's called a traditional Torah opposition to Zionism. It's historic documents, and I have against the Zionism. But this is, for instance, a quote from his diary, Theodore Herzl, page 14. He writes, "The way to solve the problem of anti-Semitism is to speak to the head priest of Vienna to get an appointment with the Pope to make a mass conversion of all the Jews of Austria to Catholicism."
Wait a minute, hold on.
It should be done on a Sunday in the middle of the day with music and pride publicly. We are the last generation that held on to the faith of our forefathers. The conversion would be in St. Stephen's Cathedral. Now, this is, he writes in his diary, imagine that. This is Theodore of Zionism, of the movement that this Zionism that's supposed to be the savior of Judaism. Now, now they created the state. And David Ben-Gurion was the first prime minister, and to tell the world that they are the continuation of the Jewish people and the Jews.
Did you hear what he said? He said they created a state and created a continuation of Jews called Judaism. And when they created that state, it's like saying they created their own government to take it upon themselves, because Jews are not, from their teachings, they are not to own any land. Okay, I guess from what happened from Holocaust, I don't know. I am not well equipped in that area, but he clearly just said they created a state and took it upon themselves. So what they're doing is saying, well, since our land was taken, now we coming back and we're saying this is our land now. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to say this our land over here too now. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to claim this too now. And guess who said it? Our God said that we could come back and take this land. We claimed it and you got to get the fuck on. People that have been living there their whole lives. So this is not just happening just to us while we over here talking about, hey, we been here. It's people everywhere talking about, hey, nigga, we been here too. We been over here too. Do you see the confusion? And let me tell you something. This is why you should not be overly obsessed with money. This is why you should not sell your soul for money, Shaq and others. Because guess what? They're using that very money that they print to get you to go against your own people and to cover their voices up when everybody can see what the fuck is going on. When you get somebody who's creating their own states, excavating the people that have already been there, indigenous to that land, telling you it's their land because of what they have been through, and that's why they have a right to push you out and are hiding behind real Jews to do it, where to the point you got rabbis coming up and saying, hey, we don't support that shit either. I think everybody need to pay attention. I don't care if I reach 2 people. See, because one thing about it, what y'all are failing to realize is people need to be talked to how they used to being talked to. So just because you come out with a video, I might could reach somebody that you couldn't reach. I probably can say something in a way where people can understand it more than what you would say. You know what I'm saying? Because for real, we all getting duped around this motherfucker. Let's keep it 100. We all getting duped around this motherfucker. Because when somebody can go behind somebody's religion, do y'all not remember on my last live and I showed y'all King Leopold and he said anybody that was not converting to Christianity, he was chopping off limbs. He killed 10 million Africans I just went over this on my last live. Do that not make sense as to people going to other people's lands and telling them they need to convert to something when they ain't never practiced that shit and they got their own practice of what they doing? So now they condemning your shit, saying your shit bad, and you need to convert to our shit or we gonna kill everybody in this bitch. Do that sound fair to you? Now add that to what this rabbi is saying right now. It's not adding up. Because what it's looking like to me is they've been running behind everybody's religion and using that to go behind y'all back, take out your people and take over the land and then claim Ashkenazi. See, I'm watching videos to add it up and let y'all know so y'all don't have to sit through 85 hours worth of videos. I'm trying to break it down so y'all can get the point. So when y'all see the shit happening in the media right now, you can understand how they plan on your head top. See, because I feel like even if this religious stuff isn't true, you want to know what is real? The fact that they're using the religion, they're going behind Jews using their religion and coming and taking over lands in the name of it's ours because we lost ours. It's ours because our God said so. And guess who their God is? Because it's not the one you think you praying to. Their God is the God of money. And guess what? You ain't got to wait for me to keep saying it because he going to say it out his own mouth.
Jewish, but God wants. This couldn't be there couldn't be anything further from the truth because God warned us. Do not make a Jewish sovereignty. God warned us. Do not kill, do not steal. So everything that is being perpetrated against the Palestinian people, everything that is...
He said, do not make a Jewish sovereignty. We all know what sovereign means, correct? Do not kill and steal. Isn't that the opposite of what the fuck they've been around here doing?
Being in the name of Zionism is one colossal crime. It is what the Arabs and the Palestinians call a Nakba. It is a catastrophe, and what they're doing is, in order to be able to continue this building and support, is constantly trying.
I'm sorry, I ain't mean to pause, but I do have to say this because Bia Boss just put this on my heart. She said, imagine thinking for over 30 years that you are African American and then you find out through family documents that you're actually of Cherokee tribe. Exactly. And you know, let me show y'all something because let me see if I could pull it up real quick. Because I want to add something up for y'all real quick. See, because I'm about putting all the puzzle pieces together. That's why I don't discriminate. I sit here and look at stuff and they'll be like, God, is you not even religious? Why are you watching this? Because I like to figure out what the trick is. Do y'all remember in Virginia when it had the sign of the 20 slaves? Y'all remember that sign? Let me see if I could pull it up. For the people that really want to learn, be patient with me. Here it is, right here. See, because we got to start adding this up so that you can see where the where the game is being played. Okay. Let me make this bigger. Let me share this. Look at this, because I'm going to tell you what's happening. There are indigenous people here, and there are people that were brought here from slavery who were Africans, right? And something clicked in my head because I be watching Dane Calloway. Okay. Can I make this bigger? Okay, y'all see this image? This is a image that of a landmark, okay, in Virginia. I'm going to read it to you. It says first Africans in Virginia. The first documented Africans in Virginia arrived in 1619. 1619. There were people here before that. Those would be the indigenous Indians, not the Mongolians. Okay? When a Dutch warship landed here, what people don't understand is the Dutch people were Jews. And they did have ships. And one of those ships were named Jesus. But let's continue. And Dutch warships landed here at a point of comfort. The 20 and odd Africans, there were not thousands, okay? It said 20 and odd. Did they bring people later? Yes. But the actuality of it all is that because they couldn't get as many slaves over here as they wanted to, what they started doing was mixing the free copper color Indians who were already here and mixing them in with the African slaves. You can see how that become a problem and why they start calling people colored, okay? This is how the bullshit went down. Okay, captured from the Spanish. Captured from the who? Who are the Spanish? Think about that, and I'm going to keep reading. Were traded to the Virginia colonists in exchange for foods and stuff. Early Africans who lived here included Anthony and Isabel. Okay. And their son William, likely the first black child in present-day Hampton. They served Point Comfort Commander William Tucker, whoop-de-whoop-de-doo. What you need to understand is they were called indentured servants. Do you know what an indentured servant is? Shout out to Cat motherfucking Williams, because an indentured servant is somebody there working, and a lot of them were coming over here to work, and they were not black. That's why they said African, because they have white Africans as well, and people don't understand that because people don't do their research. So they were bringing indentured servants over here, and what they were doing were working for land. They were working to get a good footing here. A lot of people think when you say slave that everybody was just here bound. Now, did shit happen? Yes. Did wars happen? Yes. But not the way you think they did. We did not just all wake up one day and was like, oh shit, we all slaves. That's not how it happened. Okay? So because people didn't understand that there were white Africans, and I tell y'all about Ellis Allen all the time. Okay? That's why if you look at Martin Michael Luther King, it says he's Irish. So when they say Spanish, you need to understand they're talking about people actually from Spain. Okay? So those people, I said that to say this. I feel like those people that they brought over here, even though it was 20 of them at that time, I'm pretty sure they brought way more. Okay? I'm talking about the first couple of ones they brought. It's very likely that they probably were the original Jews that they speaking about of Judah. But of Judah and Judaism is two different things. And a lot of times how they fool us is because we don't go back and look in these dictionaries. Did y'all know that they got 3 different dictionaries? They got regular dictionary. Bitch, I was about to say Wikipedia. Slow down, God, you're talking too fast. They have the Black's Dictionary, okay, Black Dictionary of Law. They have etymology, and then they have the regular dictionary. If you look up the same words in these 3 different dictionaries, is why I tell y'all to stop calling yourself black. Because you might look up one thing in one dictionary, but the etymology of it and where it originated from and what they really using it for to keep you in bondage is the trick. So yeah, black power. Yeah. This is term that black people use. Then you look in another dictionary and it say your ass lost at sea. Then it say that you're hell and you're going to be bondage because you claim that you're nobody any fucking way. And when you signed that birth certificate, it made you dead at sea, not actually alive. So you really just a zombie walking. And when we do slang you in the streets, it really don't mean shit because you just black anyway, remember? Stop doing that shit. So let me finish playing the video. We were called colored, mulatto, brunette, brawny, copper colored, Negro, African American. Exactly. And they started calling us these different names because they were trying to mix us in. When y'all see this, that's why if you see on my community feed, I said if you're still calling yourself black and you sign in the Census Bureau willingly, you dumb as hell, because the Census Bureau was to do exactly what they meant for it to be, to mix y'all asses up. We were not the free slaves, and I meant the free Indians anymore. We became colored because they wanted to mix us in so that they could say, well, we don't know the difference, and act stupid when they knew damn well who the people of this land actually were. But if you bring people from another land and mix them into a new land with people that look just like them, what are you going to call them? You're going to call them colored. That way you can say, yeah, all them niggas that got color on their skin, just bunch them in together. Fuck it. Take their land. Burn down. Do y'all know it's cities under lakes? Like whole cities that they buried under lakes because they killed so many people that they couldn't find. Do you know that Tulsa was not the only area making that much money as far as a Black Wall Street, that they actually started killing people and burying them underwater? Look that up on your free time. But I'm going to keep playing this video though. And thank you for the 12 people that actually want to know so that they know the game they playing. Because honestly, y'all, if you wake up to the game that they playing, and you will have a whole new set of eyes in the games that they running. You will realize the war that you've been in. Baby, they used to eat our people. It's a whole book about it called the Delectable Negro. But let me continue to play this video. Hold on. Black mean void. Thank you. Absence of color. Non-existent. Right. And when you're non-existent, you're what? Thank you. Because sometimes when we come up here trying to find all the words in a couple of seconds, do be a lot. So thank you.
To get the world to see that the Jews who have suffered in the Holocaust, definitely we've suffered. My grandparents were killed in Auschwitz. Millions of Jews were killed, but they tried to make a line, an unbroken line.
Rabbi, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So are you telling me that all of this that is going on and the establishment and all of the deception, you telling me that even Christians were involved in supporting? So the modern day Christians who are supporting Zionism, they're involved with all of this stuff too? All of
You heard what he just said? Let me pull this up too. Because see, I need y'all to see this as well, not just hear it. He said, do you mean King Leopold killed? Hold on. He said, do you mean that Christians played a part in this? What does that remind you of? We just spoke about it. We just spoke about it. Look at this. King Leopold, who killed over 15 million people. Do you see these people with their limbs cut off? Let me see if I could pull up the letter. Just to read a little bit of it. Letter to missionaries. I'm not going to read all of it. I just want to read some of it so that y'all can see that this was not no game. Okay? It says, Reverends, fathers, and dear compatriots, the task that is given to fulfill is very delicate and requires much tact. You will go certainly to evangelize, but your evangelization must be inspired above all Belgian interests. Your principal objective in our mission in the Congo is to never teach the niggers to know God. This they already know. Now, see, that's why I wanted to show you this, and I'm going to keep reading. But the reason I wanted to read that is because they said they already know God. Now, if they already know God, that would equal up to the Islam shit that they're talking about right now of them being children of Judah. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm reading all this shit and connecting all the dots. Because for you to say they already know God, that means they either were already practicing the faith or you knew some shit that they didn't know and y'all was trying to keep them away from it. So that's one or the other. But in my head, it seemed like they were already practicing a religion, already had something that they were practicing, and y'all said we're going to take them away from that, and they're going to convert to what we want them to convert them to, aka Christianity, okay? Or they're going to get their arms and limbs cut off and be murdered. Oft, because I got to watch my words on here, because they be done tried to take my video down, child. Let me finish reading. He said, God, this they already know. They speak and submit to Mungu, Nabadabada, and Nabesco, Crisco, Oreo cookies. And what else I don't know. They know that to kill, to sleep with someone else's wife, to knee and assault is bad. So this is letting you know they already had common goddamn sense. Because they said we already know not to go cheat and sleep with this nigga wife. We know what and what not to do. Okay? So clearly, you know they got sense. Okay? It says, have courage to admit it. You are not going to reach them, but they already know. So this is saying that they already are assembled people. They already know what and what not to do. So when you going over there, you already going for some fuck shit. Your essential role is to facilitate the tasks of administrators and industrials, which means you will go to interpret the gospel in the way it will be the best to protect your interests and part of the world. So we about to put all our interests on these motherfuckers. We don't care what they already doing. We don't care that they over there not cheating and being faithful and shit. We don't care about none of that. We gonna go teach them to do the opposite. For these things, you have to keep watch on disinteresting our savages from the richness that is plenty in their underground. So you're talking about gold. Because if you're talking about riches, wasn't they over there mining gold and diamonds and stuff? To avoid that, they get interested in it and make you murderous. Competition. Your knowledge of the gospel will allow you to find texts ordering and encouraging your followers to love poverty. Happier are the poor because they will inherit it in heaven. Excuse me, ain't that what Christianity teach all the time? Oh, won't he do it, Jesus? Oh, praise him. Whoa. Give tithes and offerings, but don't have no money to feed your kids later on. Oh, tell somebody. Oh, shamana bullshit. Right. Now, I ain't going to read the rest of that. That was just to make a point. I'm going to continue to play the video.
This stuff is connected in some kind of way, or they have the support. The Zionists have the support of the Christian community. Let me say that in order to establish these laws and things for the sake of money. Is that what it is?
Well, I'm very reluctant to condemn or to say that God forbid that people around the world are not well-intentioned. There are many people who saw what happened to my grandparents, what happened to the millions and millions of Jews in Europe, that they were murdered and that the world was silent. And they really feel that responsibility and guilt maybe, or for being silent, that the world was silent by this ethnic cleansing and so forth. And they feel that it's really, they want to help the Jewish people, and we're very thankful for that. The other people who don't have, they have ulterior motives to, maybe to having European people in the Middle East because of oil. You can say whatever you want, but there's definitely many thousands and
pay close attention. He said because of oil, and then did a hand shrug. That would point back to the article that I was just reading about King Leopold, talking about going and getting their riches from underground. Wouldn't that equate to oil, diamonds, and gold? Right. Y'all getting it now?
And hundreds of thousands, and who knows, most probably millions of people who really mean well. But unfortunately, they are being totally conned and misled, because not only isn't that a favor for the Jews, and certainly it's a terrible suffering for the Palestinians, but what they're doing, they're making the Jews, by doing this, they are putting Jews up to drive a rift between Jews and the Palestinians, Jews and Muslims, Jews and people around the world, and between Jews and God. Because God told us we should not have a state, and it warns us that it will bring to catastrophe. So, spiritually and physically, it is a terrible, really crime and misdeed, this creation of the state. Now, our rabbis, from then till today, have been standing and demonstrating against this. Here you have our chief rabbi in the 1920s meeting the king of Transjordan. Here you have hundreds of thousands of Jews after they passed away, the last chief rabbi, and this is in the streets of Jerusalem and in the United States.
Why don't we see this on national news? Is the Zionists controlling that?
Well, you see, that's the point. The Zionists definitely have a big say. They own certain media.
This is why I said it does not sound big, right? Good rising, Steph. Hey, girl. This is why I said y'all have to pay close attention, because listen to what he just said is what's happening in Palestine. Let me share this with you real quick. See, because when I say, hey, the Ashkenazi Jews are controlling the media, this is why we don't know what the hell going on. If you sitting up here saying, hey, we don't like that, and they over there saying we don't like it either, but they control the media, who's going to be heard? Nobody, right? Now, this looks small on my screen. Hopefully y'all can see it, but I'm going to read it to you. Just in case you guys did not know, 2 teens have died in a sentence protest. All they did was go protest. Palestine police opened fire on 2 protesters aged 17 and 18. The police then clamped a curfew. Okay? Before this, all of this is in September. Hamas has sentenced numerous people to death in the recent years in collaboration with Israel. Y'all have to understand the difference between Israel and Palestine, because they're using wordplay to define who they're waging war against. These people were already there. They literally, in the last couple of days, said that they were going to mass execute protesters. And because this guy spoke out, what's his name? Hold on. Iranian law. I don't know the guy's name, but he spoke out because they were going to they were going to mass murder a bunch of protesters. Okay, let me type it in so y'all can see what I'm saying. Because I can't say certain things on here, or my whole video be on. So this is in Gaza, okay? The military slaughtered dozens of unarmed demonstrators and wounded thousands. If you look right now in Haiti, let me show y'all how real this is. Haiti is even over there protesting right now. Thousands of people in crisis, torn. Haiti has taken to the streets. Do y'all know that it looked like, let me tell you something. Shout out to Haiti. Let me tell you something. If I ain't never seen people stick together a day in my life before, let me tell you, Haiti stuck together. It looked like everybody that had a residence in Haiti was out there on the street. Do you see this picture to your right? I wish our people had enough balls to get up, say, fuck this job, fuck this fake ass money you printing, we're motherfucking done. See, because at the end of the day, y'all taking our energy. We working hard for pennies on the dollar. And y'all saying, fuck us, you don't listen to us, you're murdering our kids in the street, you're doing all of this stuff. Fuck it all. But see, because we got these people like Shaq, the house niggas that get up here and parade around in your face and tell you, oh, it's not that serious. Now everybody want to be docile and sit at home. Do you feel you free? Because the food inflation is ridiculous right now. You feel free? Going and working for people that don't care if you die tomorrow? You feel free? How does freedom feel? See, because Haiti said, ho, we don't feel free and we're going to talk about it. And if I can't do nothing else, I want to say shout out to Haiti because it takes more than enough courage to get everybody on one page. This is not 50 people. This is not 50,000 people. Bitch, it looked like everybody that owned an apartment or rented an apartment or house in Haiti was out there on the street and they wasn't playing no games. Okay? So shout out to y'all. But I just want to show y'all this because it's happening everywhere. But because they control the entertainment industry, they're able to tell you, no, it's okay. Go home. Everything is fine. When it's like, no, everything is not fine. Everybody is waking up. It's even happening in what was that? France, I think. They over there, they got the farmers out here running over people and stuff. Talking, sitting in the back of the pool yard. Let me look that up. Let me look that up. Where was that? Protesters was in his pool. In the pool. Let me see if that pop up. Do y'all see this? In Street Lanka. Okay. It say Lanka. They all in the president pool, bitch. They said, oh, y'all got oh, y'all comfortable over here? Oh, y'all having fun, huh? Yeah, we all about to have fun today. We all want a piece of that pool water over there. Yeah, we all want to feel how that pool feeling over there. You got a big pool. We all can fit in it. We just all gonna come over there and have a good day today. Yeah, we tired of y'all living good and we can't live good. See, this some G shit. Okay. If you ain't never seen, you want to know who the real gangsters is. These the real gangsters. These is all that shooting your own people shit. Corny. Oh, lame. Y'all killing y'all own people while these people sticking together and going towards the people that's putting them in these positions. And that's what the fuck we need to be doing. See, because it's not the person that's next to you working just as hard as you that you need to be beefing with. It's the person that knew that your family was going to end up in this situation because they want you to suffer and they already got red markers sitting in their offices knowing that you're going to either kill somebody or do something to go to jail and then profit off of you in life and death, because they're gonna get it on the front end and the back end. See, the real gangsters is the ones saying, nah, we see the true enemy and we see what y'all doing to us and we motherfucking tired of it. And what we gonna do is come chill at your pool because we tired of working every day and you got this big ass pool. How that work? See, these the real gangsters. We need to be reaching out to these youth and letting them know that shit they saying. See, because I just had a whole conversation with mine. Yeah, y'all think it's cute. They up there with money throwing it in y'all face. Yeah, they getting sacrificed too, allegedly. Okay. If you don't know about gematria, yeah, everybody Kanye named, the gematria numbers add up. So he really dropping nuggets. It's up to you to pick it up and listen to it and get out your emotions, because he not to be trusted. You cannot trust a motherfucker and still go back and look up what the fuck going on. You can still go trace some words and see what numbers is adding up to what's the truth. That's what you gotta do. Get out your emotions, because they want you to be in your emotions so that you don't go find out the truth. Are we here? We get it? Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back to the video. I'm just saying. Ain't no time. I don't really care. These people got more than enough money. Do you think I care that Kanye lost some money? Kanye can literally refurbish all our houses right now and have money left over. Do you really think I can? Like, stop it. Oh, he's not a billionaire anymore.
Media outlets, and they have a big say in others, and they use intimidation, because if some person or reporter or newspaper will write about this, they'll right away use their tools. They're accusing people of being anti-Semitic, because, as I say, the general world.
There we go. So I want to talk about that too. I want to talk about the term anti-Semitic. It just in a few we're going to transition to that. But go ahead and.
But I would like to get to, of course, to the point that we're speaking now of.
Yeah, go ahead, Rabbi.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because so what they do is. They have organizations, Anti-Defamation League, the ADL, and so forth, that we just was in Manhattan demonstrating against them.
Wait a minute. Y'all were demonstrating against the ADL?
Yes, just 2 days ago. Yeah, they had a conference.
Oh, I forgot to say it. Send me a cash app or you anti-Semitic.
So we went and we demonstrated. Why? Because what they're doing is they're using these the Holocaust, of course, but because that we suffered, and they constantly warn people, don't stand against the state of Israel, because then you're connected with the Holocaust. They use intimidation, the psychological intimidation. Now, what they do is they continually do this. They look, if somebody said a word, now we're not condoning, God forbid, we're not condoning when somebody speaks anti-Semitic. We're not condoning if somebody makes a reference and a link that says you should watch anti-Semitic. We're not condoning all of this. But the approach, the Jewish approach, in fact, we put out a paper against ADL, and it could be seen on our site, NKUSA.
Okay, yeah, I definitely want to get that site.
To explain that if somebody made a mistake, somebody did something.
Hold on, Rabbi, let me get the website. Let me get the website again. Hold on, I want to put it in the chat group, okay?
Yes.
What it's NKU what now?
NKUSA.
NKUSA.
Like the United States of America.
Is that .com?
He's not an anti-Semite, and he really feels bad about what he does. So that's the way the Jewish approach is. When somebody, you approach them, you politely,
Let's be very clear. A lot of these rabbis keep saying, well, he said he felt bad. This man said he felt bad because of how y'all felt, because it was not anti-Semitic. Let's be very clear.
You try to appease if they have some hard feelings, you express them. Now, we went to Farrakhan years ago. This was when he spoke out against Judaism. This was way back in 1999. We met with the Minister Farrakhan. Why? Because he started speaking against Jews, and people started attacking him. All these organizations, ADL, and all these organizations as anti-Semitic. So we went and we met. And he said, "I don't want to meet with you." He said, "We're not going to apologize because you attack him. He's a like a sort of a tough guy. So we said, we're not coming here for apology. We want to meet with you. He allowed it. We met with him for 4 hours, and then we met with him many other times. And at the end of the conversation, he says, I didn't know, and he apologized. He said, I didn't get the whole picture out right. He didn't mean, when he's speaking about Jews, he didn't mean Jews. He was using the terminology because he, unfortunately, what the Zionists do in their approach and
let me nigga clarify for you. What he is saying is that the white people that y'all be saying are Jews, but they're not the real Jews. They're actually Jewish. A lot of them have converted to Judaism, and they're using the Zionist Jew government to take over different parts of our own governments. Let's be very clear.
Everything. So unfortunately, they like, in fact, Netanyahu, who may be again prime minister again by them. In this, we say the state is totally illegitimate and illegal, even if it would be under the greatest peace activist or whatever, because the actual existence is a crime against God. They're taking the lands against Palestinians. So it's neither here nor there who the prime minister is. But it happens to be that Netanyahu is a right winger, and all these other, blatantly an occupier. I mean, with all the all the rings and bells that go along with it. So anyway, so he when he was one of the ones, Netanyahu, that when he went, we went and we spoke out against them. So we went to Minister Farrakhan. Yes, okay. And we met with him, and we said to him that what you're seeing is Zionist activity, Zionist in the name of Judaism. Now Netanyahu said, and he insisted, and he pushed through the laws that it shouldn't be called a Zionist state; it's a Jewish state. A Jewish state. He insisted that it's referred to as Jewish state. Why? You know why? Because he wants that when anything happens wrong, so if a person says the Jewish state did something, oh, you're speaking against Jew, you're an anti-Semite. That's what he wants. And it's not true. Now, many people who really have a love for Jewish people, why shouldn't they? We live in neighborhoods, we taught by God to be peaceful, to be kind, to do charity. You go many hospitals, you'll see a lot of names there, Jewish names who donate and everything. They're out to do good. Even in the civil rights movement, as you well know, there were many Jews involved, and Jews were murdered, and Jews were always out to do good. The Zionists, on the other hand, are using the facade of Judaism to do bad, to do terrible crimes. But if he's going to say Zionists, then they're going to be vilified. So he decided that he uses the Star of David. He calls it the state of Israel. Israel was Jacob in the Bible, and you have to refer to it as a Jewish state, and therefore everybody's accused of anti-Semitic. And certainly when they dance with glee when somebody made that mistake. Unfortunately, who did something, he's made a misstatement, who did something wrong. But he.
Okay, y'all see why I be niggas explaining it to y'all? Okay, because I already know that half of y'all probably done zoned out. Let me break down what he's saying. What he's saying is they're pretty much using a trope. They know that it's wrong and that they're committing war on their own people. Now, from what he just said, I'm going to finish off the Farrakhan video so that y'all can add it up, and then we'll end it with that, okay? So let me get that video up. And if y'all want me to do more videos like this, just let me know and I'll play it, okay?
Kyrie saw the movie and he wanted to share it. You decided. You know that you are not the father of humanity. We know our history and we know yours. We don't like what you're doing to Kyrie or to Ye. And when
now y'all get why he said that now, right? Now it's adding up. We know your history because we know that y'all are not the real Jews. Y'all are playing as Jews through being Ashkenazi Jews, which, yes, y'all have some findings from the Torah being led up into there, but do not get it twisted. Y'all came here We did not come. We were already here. That's what they're saying. So when you hear them say, we know who you really are, it's because they're hiding behind other people's stuff. Okay? So I'm trying to edit up for y'all in as little time as I can so that y'all can understand the games being played and the words being used and why definitions and words definitely do matter. Okay?
We see how you want to break him, destroy him, to keep him from saying anything that might enlighten our people. You know, when you mess up his mind like that, he can't play. I saw the man playing ball the other day and he missed every shot, almost. He can't play with his mind in that state. And when his brother, Kevin Durant, said, I don't like none of this. He's not saying he don't like the movie. He's not liking what you're doing to a man who wasn't doing nothing against you, but searching for greater knowledge. And you decided to break him. You decided to put fear into men like Charles Barkley and LeBron James and other black men who had become rich and powerful. You wanted to say, you were saying to them as you were lynching Kyrie,
yeah,
you all better get the point. You all better get the message. They don't want you rising up into that knowledge that will make you a real man and not a glorified punk. I'm saying to the ADL,
house
sir,
niggas.
We know you. And we know that we know you, and you know that we know you. Don't talk to Kyrie by himself. He can go and look at the horror of the Holocaust. Why don't you come and look at the horror of what your parents have done to black people in America and throughout the world? Why don't you come and study and repent of your evil to us?
But nobody likes to talk about the American Holocaust, huh? Right.
And maybe we can sit down and talk like civilized human beings. Ye is not a hater. Ye is a lover. Kyrie is the same. But he wants to stand on a principle. And you see him standing, how intelligent he is, and the media keeps running at him. Why don't you say you apologize for this anti-Semitism? You did the same thing to me.
Now, before he finished, the reason I paused right there is because, mind you, Kyrie has apologized. But see, the reason words and definitions matter is because it's not that they want him to apologize. They want him to say he's sorry. See how them words kick in and them definitions kick in? See, they don't, it's okay to apologize, but no, we want you to grapple. Say you're sorry. We want you to look like a fool.
I've tried to have meetings with you. Let's dialogue about this. You don't want to dialogue with me. You want to dialogue with somebody that you know you can put down because of the power you have over them by giving them a contract and money that you can take from them if they say or do anything that you don't like. This is the day of judgment and justice. These men don't want to be against you. These men are grateful. You brought them out of college and high school and gave them a contract. You gave them a contract because you saw their talent. Haven't they made money for you all? So now you signed.
Now, I want to pause right there because I feel like they are doing that. I feel like it's a good thing to go to college and it's a good thing to get education, but I also think that's where the grooming process begins. I think that when you go to college, they groom you to think a certain way. They groom you to come into these sororities and these fraternities, and then that leads into masonry. And now by the time you look up, you forgot your own people. You forgot who you were. You forgot that you don't just live for $1 no more. And I feel like they have all our biggest scholars, all our biggest athletes, either on the field or in the book, teaching you stuff that isn't even true. Do you know how hard it is for me to watch my kids go to school knowing they're getting lied to? When my kids come home, I have to say, don't forget. Why should we have to let our kids keep going to schools that we know aren't telling them the truth and aren't grooming them for anything, but to continue to lie to their generation of kids? I don't think it's fair that we should have to go get all of these licenses to teach our kids at home when you're purposely lying to them in school and are trying to get certain words and certain statutes taken out because you don't want to talk about slavery in school because the only slavery you want us to know is about Anne Frank. But you don't talk about the American Holocaust that happened here where you were killing, pillaging, and murdering our people because you wanted our land, because you committed paper genocide to ruin our people and purposely taught them what they need to know and what they don't need to know in order to carry out your plans. Why should we have to let our kids keep going to school knowing they're not learning the truth? Why? Why should we have to sign papers for them to get shots that we don't want them to get? But this is freedom. Right.
Them up. And then Adidas comes by and Nike comes by and gives them a lot of money that they don't see. You have them on a leash. And whenever somebody like Kyrie or Ye rise up and you don't like it, you pull the chain. So we run out and dog our own brother because he did something for a principle. You will too. Life is bigger than paper with a white man's image on it. Life is bigger than a nice house and a nice car and a lot of bling bling. Life is bigger than an Oscar. Life is bigger than a belt. Life is bigger than something that says I am the best at what I do. I'm the most valuable player or my team won. But as a people, we are losing. We cannot afford to lose any of you. You are our kith and our kin, our flesh and our blood. And so I wanted to say something to help us to come together rather than break apart. Because it's Ye and Kyrie today. But what they're doing to them is to make you, who are in the good graces of them, so you think. You see what we just did? Ye lost $2 billion in a few days. You might wonder, did he really have it? He lost that much that soon? You know when you signed a contract with him. I don't know what's in the contract, but you do. So evidently, Adidas and all the companies that Brother Kanye is signed to or was signed to until Mr. Ari Emanuel told everybody just drop him. Beloved brothers and sisters, look, your day is soon coming. I'm asking you stop beating each other up in the public. Stop doing that. But of course, that's what the master wants us to do. There's a slave here that's getting out of place, and teach him a lesson. Beat him up. I'm saying to you, don't do that. Call your brother. Come and sit down with us. Tell us about this movie. I understand that Brother Shaq, Keel, O'Neal put it up in his theater. Go see it. You don't want to read Secret Relationship with Blacks and Jews that we finance, we research. Yes, sir. And you told me when we sat down. We had dinner together in the home of a Jewish rabbi. I went, others went. I brought some of my people, and there were two rabbis. There was Irv Kupcinet, great reporter for the Chicago Sun-Times. And after we had a beautiful dinner together, we looked like we were going to be on a page together where the controversy could stop. But the rabbi said to me, this is love fest. That is near the end of the dinner. But then he reached in his pocket and pulled out an envelope and said, but this is tough love. We want something from you. And they said,
now I respect him, but I'm gonna have to take a pause on him real quick because I have not really spoken on Takeoff's death. Y'all know I don't do too well with too many deaths back to back. I protect my energy and my frequency. So I won't be speaking too much on that, but I will be playing this because what Minister Farrakhan just said goes exactly with this video. 1 second.
Has to say. In light of seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I have a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some...
One of damn political beliefs is because he knew what was going on in that industry, and a lot of them, after they get their money and get enough money, after they done effed y'all over, they take their money and go on about their damn business.
Sort of change happens. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trending news, from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this. A bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry is obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people. But they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people, you're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government. And as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you, use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult. And they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, so where did the money go? And to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it. Hey guys, in light of...
Okay, and I also want to show you guys this. 15 major corporations that you did not know profited from slavery. Okay. The largest health insurance companies, JP Morgan, New York Life Insurance Company, Wachovia Corporation, now it's Wells Fargo, N.M. Rothschild & Sons Bank, Norfolk Southern also has a history in the slave trade. The Mobile and Girard Company, which is now part of Norfolk Southern, offered house slaves for $180 a piece. Fleet Boston, Canadian National, Brown Brothers. Now, also the Barclays Center. These are places that you get up and go to every day. Now, let's look up celebrities. One off the bat I do know is Ben Affleck. Matter of fact, I think it's on my Twitter. Hold on. Let me just share y'all my Twitter.
The cycle is real. The cycle is real.
Now, I'm gonna say some anti-Semitic shit. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. 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 That's the real anti-Semitic shit that the Jewish people get paid off of.
Maybe it's like when black guys call each other niggers.
That's Sarah Silverman. Guess what? Did Sarah Silverman come out and have to do an apology and get a list full of shit to do? I think not. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, the guy that played Doctor Strange. His family owned a whole slave plantation that made so much money in Barbados. This is a white man in blackface.
Anti-Semitic. You've many of the things that I've read about you, and you've made a mention a couple of times about the Jews and everything, and I'm wondering if you are personally anti-Semitic.
No, how can I be anti-Semitic?
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
When the Arabs are half the Muslim world is Semitic. If I was anti-Semitic, I'd be anti-Arab and anti-everything else. No, I think that in this country, there's one mistake that the Jews make. They put themselves in a position where whenever anybody gives an objective analysis of the role that they play, they defend themselves by accusing you of being anti-Semitic. And a Negro is not anti-Semitic when he says that the man who's exploiting him in his community is white, because it is a white man who owns all the stores. Now, is it an accident that these whites who own these stores are Jewish? If it's an accident, then the fact that he says the Jew on the corner is exploiting me isn't an anti-Semitic statement. It's just more descriptive.
Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Let me go ahead and drop my link. Let me go ahead and drop my link down here right quick. Don't forget to follow me. All you gotta do is click it. Don't be lazy. The link is right there. Let's go to the next video.
That in every European country there are Jews, and there is so-called organization Jewish Agency, which is trying to take those Jews to Israel. If you track this organization, you can find out that this is not an Israeli organization. This is an American organization. Jewish Agency is an American organization which has the exclusive right to decide who is Jewish and who is not on this planet, and who to be taken to Israel and who's not. Now, if you do research, you will find out that in Africa, in Black Africa, they're looking for Jews only in Ethiopia. They bring Jews only from Ethiopia. And I can tell you by knowing a lot of people, Ethiopian Jews here in Israel, that they're treated very badly, very badly. And many of them commit suicide because they cannot take it. So they come from some place, Ethiopia, they don't have much there, but they live decent life. And when they come here and try to be humiliated and so on, some of them cannot even take it. Now, what I'm trying to say is that why from each white country this Jewish agency is trying to bring Jews, and when it's about Black Africa, they're going to Ethiopia, and this is where they stop. The only one place. Now, because of the same thing, they're trying to do the white supremacy here. They try to bring white guys here and to take the supremacy over Arabs, which are the local citizens, and over blacks, which are so far the only.
Did you hear what he said? They trying to do what? Pay attention.
The Ethiopian Jews. Now, what I'm trying also to say is that another question is why? Why America needs Israel? There is no oil like in other Middle Eastern countries. There's nothing they can be attracted to. But why do they do all these things? Why do they invest money, bring white people and so on, when they build their system of white supremacy, just like in America they build in Israel? Why? And I can tell you why. Because the true Jews, according to the Bible, you can check it in the Bible, you can read Job 30:30 and some other places, they have never been white.
Now, I played that clip for y'all because if you look up, I think he was the Egyptian president, and he said they left black and came back white. Okay, that's what he said. It's documented. Okay, if you decide to go look it up. So that's something else, once again, that people are calling out. Now, let's get to all the people who owned slaves. 1 second. Also, Nike is over there mass murdering kangaroos. What sound do the kangaroo make? I don't know, but oink. No, that's a pig. Gotta shut up, girl. Okay, here's a list. Anyway, act like y'all didn't hear it. Okay, News Corp President Peter Cherman, Jewish. Paramount Pictures Chairman, Jewish. Walt Disney Chief Executive Robert Iger, Jewish. Sony Pictures Chairman Michael Layton, Jewish. Dutch Warner Brothers. Excuse me, you in my way. Ugh. Anyway. Chairman Barry Mayer, Jewish. CBS Corp Chief Executive Leslie something, Jewish. Let's keep going. So I've been posting so much on here. Hold on. Shout out to Dane Calloway. Oh, look at the slave. Y'all see the slave? Look at the slave. It says girl, huh? Not a POC to find on the list. Child. Okay, here you go. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Sarah. What's her name? Listen to this.
Wow. They got a playbook against you Negroes. Play it again.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable build-ups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind."
This is in the 1940s. They're playing by manual. Wow.
Now, if that don't tell you that they've been playing on our head top for centuries, I don't know what else to tell you. Certain stuff I cannot play because YouTube is owned by Jews, and it's only so much we can say without getting taken down as well. I hope y'all got a lot of information out of this video. If y'all would like to get more information that's unfiltered, I suggest you go click on my Twitter. I know y'all see me scrolling down so y'all can see. Now y'all be up here pressed talking about voting, talking about Democrats and Republicans. I would like you to take a look at the screen so that you can see who you up here voting for. Because once again, just like how everybody went out to see Wakanda Forever, it's cute to see in movies, but can we see it in real life? Now, I appreciate every single one of the melanated, chocolatey, glistening women that was up there playing their roles to the T. But what y'all have to understand is after they play their roles and they get skimmed, they get a little skim off the top, the real money is going to the people that own it. I just read you from the list of who own all these studios and publishing houses that is coming out of. So yes, we are supporting the melanated women, but you got to see the game for what it is. They're putting them on the screen and they getting the money, the real money. Not the little trail crumbs. They're getting the real money off the back end. And that's what y'all got to start understanding. If we're going to say that we standing for something, we can't keep giving them and force feeding them our money and then talking about why we ain't got nothing. That's why. Because you going and everything you doing is contributing right back into their system. Now, I will read you this list of people. Okay. This is top Democratic donors: Tom Steyer, Donald Sussman, Michael Bloomberg, James Simmons, George Soros, Dustin McCovahu, Peanut Butter and Jelly, JB Packer, Hayam Sabone, Steven Spielberg, and Jeffrey Katzenberg. Okay, that's on the Democratic Party side. Okay, GOP: Sheldon Adelson, Paul Singer, Maurice Greenberg, Norman Bramman, Stephen Cohen. I know these names is ringing bells. Larry Ellison, Leonard Bacon Soda, and Seth Klarman. Okay, y'all need to start seeing who behind this stuff. While y'all sitting up here arguing back and forth, they up there collecting their money and laughing in your faces because they like, ooh, look at them. They over here arguing, but we control it. We control it. Oh, here you go, right here, y'all. His name is Gamal Abdel Nazir. Okay, he was the second president of the United Arab Republic, and he not even copper color himself. So I do got some questions, but we still gonna read it. Okay, it say, who are the Jews again? Oh, and there was war after this between Israel and Egypt, and now I'm starting to feel, y'all know why. The former president of the Republic of Egypt says the Europeans claiming to be the Jews are nothing more than Hebrew-speaking Gentiles. That's what he said, not me, YouTube. YouTube, that's what he said, not me, okay? This did not come out of God's mouth. She's just reading it. All right. Let's continue. The late president of Egypt, Gamal Abdel Nasser, stated on live television, you, the Jews, will never be able to live in peace because you left here black and came back white. We cannot accept you. Now, I don't know what's going on over there. But baby, when you got somebody who ain't even black himself talking about we can't accept you, I'm just saying, if you don't do nothing else, just look up on it, okay? Check up on it. Oh, the agenda is real. Wait a minute. Oh, LeBron, they had all of them put on dresses and wigs and do sacrifices like Kanye already snitched on them and said, but ain't none of them got up here and disputed it. You want to know why? Because the lies are not being covered anymore. We is in a new time, and everything y'all doing is being exposed. And I hope y'all know that. And all of the media coverage y'all doing all this, if y'all think that we cannot see what you're doing, baby, we do. I also put this on my Twitter because I want to know, is this anti-Semitic? Is it anti-Semitic to have all of these cartoon characters and the actual people of their voices are not even melanated people, but you got them talking like they are Arabic and speaking in our languages and in our undertones and how we talk? Is that anti-Semitic? I would like to know, because y'all have been doing it for years, definitely on South Park and Family Guy. But just to go ahead and quench your thirst once again, I just want to know, because if we got people that need to be apologizing, isn't this Jimmy Fallon in blackface? I think it is. He played Chris Rock. Did we not forget what Gucci did? And then guess who got up here wanting to root for Gucci? And let me go back to this real quick, because let me tell you something. I don't care about Chris Rock coming out and saying, oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't care about Jamie Foxx coming out and saying, oh, it's okay, they was just joking. I expect a clown to clown. They're going to come up here and say it's okay because they're paid to come up here and tell you it's okay. That's the difference from knowing when media is using these people to sway your opinion and you choosing to be a sheep or choosing to see that they're high-paid slaves. Are you understanding now? Because at this point, we ain't got time to keep listening to these high-paid people who gonna go home and rest easy every night, but we got to keep suffering the repercussions of what they're doing and saying on the screen. So just in case you did not know, Jimmy Fallon has also done blackface. Jim Jones got up here talking about, I'm still with Gucci, to turn right back around and had them disrespect him in one of their stores with his stupid ass. This is another set of white children playing black cartoon, excuse me, because I'm trying to stop saying black, melanated cartoon characters. I mean, have y'all seen a bunch of apologies? I'll wait. You want to see something else? This is how many Jews are in the NBA, highlighted in red. Are you offended yet? You want to know how many are black? The people who are highlighted in green, you barely see it, don't you? And guess what their names are? Michael Jordan and Usher. And they just got a little piece. They just got a little piece. They ain't got nothing for real. I just like to show you the truth. Also, the late ABC News anchorman Max Robinson described the white media as a crooked mirror. He said that the most difficult part of his job was reporting negative news stories about the Black community that he knew were untrue. I wonder how many untrue stories we've heard over the years. I wonder how many mass shootings that have been orchestrated over the years. I just wonder, because if this melanated man got up here and said that, this was how long ago? Oh, and guess what? He was off not too long after this. So I'll let you add that up on your own time, because I can't say too much. But we just gonna put 2 and 2 together around here and call it what it is. I say all this to say, y'all need to really do y'all research. The president of Ukraine was an actor before he was the president. Okay. What's this other man's name? He was in blackface as well. I can't think of his name right now. Okay. The one that's the head of the NBA. And then I'm going to read this and I'm going to end the live. The original plan for the television was to hypnotize. The original plan for a TV was to take you, hypnotize you, and draw your attention away from important things that need to be heard that's happening in your community and take you outside of your reality. That's why there's so many shows for you to watch. There's a portal at every turn for you to go down. Okay? This is an old news article that they posted. Television repairman's accidental discovery makes anyone a hypnotist right now. Secret method uses ordinary TV set, no electronic knowledge needed, no prior hypnotic training needed. Send no money, just name and address. Pay postman $2.98 plus COD postage. Do you not understand what they have been doing? I love you guys. I think I've given y'all an overload because it's been 2 hours, but I do it because I care. And maybe I should come on here more. I'm really trying to start coming on here more. That's why my live's so long. But the more frequent I come on, I'll shorten up the lives. But I wanted to get y'all this information because it's right in your face. And if y'all not paying attention, they already shadow banned me, baby. You see, it's 12 people in here. I got over 7,000 subscribers. If y'all don't see a problem with that, okay, the shadow banning has already commenced. Okay, let me tell you, my last video didn't even get over 1,000 views. Why did I have over 100 comments in Spanish? Please explain that to me. If my video didn't even get 1,000 views, why is it this many comments that's not even in English? Okay, they suppress what they want to suppress for a reason. That's why I don't trip off of views no more. I'm still going to talk, and the people that like me to talk is going to continue to be here. With that being said, send me a Cash App or you anti-Semitic, because they already shadow banned me. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye.